Downtown Los Angeles, the center of it all. The modern downtown was built by entrepreneurs who dreamed big and dared to succeed. They created a city center that anchored a far-flung region bigger in population and with an economy more complex than many states. Many of their best creations still stand. Like these founders, the Central City Association of Los Angeles was a leader then and still is today. Formed 90 years ago in the boom times of 1924 as the Downtown Businessmen's Association, the organization provided leadership, advocacy, and a place for ideas and dreams about just what is possible in a city without bounds, just as it does today. The builders of the modern downtown brought together all the elements needed to create a true city: transportation, government, communications, education, entertainment. It was a place for the kinds of big projects that only great cities could imagine. And when it came time for Los Angeles to join the big leagues of U.S. cities, the Dodgers built their new stadium here in downtown. Downtown became the center of culture with the building of the Music Center complex of concert halls and theaters. As downtown evolved, the centers of power and commerce moved west of Broadway and reshaped Bunker Hill, and new corporate headquarters were added to the skyline. The Union Bank Tower on Figueroa in 1968 became the first true skyscraper in Los Angeles, the first to be taller than City Hall, and others followed, including the first Interstate Bank Tower, once the tallest west of Chicago. But an evolving economy and society, the post-war era of cars and malls, proved a challenge for downtown. There was a wholesale move to the suburbs of jobs, shopping, and residence. The red cars were gone, and downtown's heyday seemed over. But downtown Los Angeles is always reinventing itself and hosted a new wave of entrepreneurs who saw opportunity even as sprawl continued to suck the life out of LA's heart. Jack Needleman, Stanley Hirsch, and Sid Morse started the Fashion District. Nick Shamus opened Felix Chevrolet and other dealerships along Figueroa. Buildings on Hill Street and Broadway were converted to jewelry manufacturing, and the Loomers built a parking empire. Azat Delajani and Steve Needleman saved the historic theaters on Broadway. As these new industries filled in the east side of downtown, there was a new vision of a downtown skyline being developed by developer extraordinaire Rob McGuire, who kicked off the development of Bunker Hill with the Wells Fargo Center. And McGuire Thomas created a new home for corporate headquarters with the library and gas company towers. Downtown LA's modern skyline was born. Defying conventional wisdom and believing passionately in the importance of downtown, Eli Broad brought the Museum of Contemporary Art here in the early 80s. And national residential builder Forest City created new, fashionable housing, including the Met and Skyline. Tony Hoberg built a fabulous school for world-class fashion design, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, in 1990. But the exodus of companies and workers leaving for the suburbs continued. There was a widespread belief that downtown's best days were behind it, and all the experts said its reign was over, and not to be repeated. But this is Los Angeles, a city always ready for a new chapter, and that attracts the entrepreneurs who write their own future, and the beginning of a renaissance began to take shape.